Well, hi, my future diamond designers. How are you? It is October 11th of the beginning. I don't know if I'm starting to feel this the excitement of the fall come in and the intensity of all the fall sports and we have 8 football games a month between my 2 footballers. You guys, it's insane. And something that I keep hearing over and over, and especially, from some of my newer in Premier designers, is the whole balancing thing. And how do we balance it all? What does that look like? Is it a lie straight from the pit of hell that we could ever even begin to get there? And I thought, and something that I've been wanting to do anyway with us is the Gems from Joan. She wrote a little thing here. Actually, she did a little training at the Designer Leadership Conference in 2007 on the Balancing Act. It's got some great ideas in here. So I wanted to read that to you, and we'll get going here. So many of you are double mothers. You're a mom with children at home and a Premier mom with jewelers in your downline. It's important to us that you're fulfilled in your role as a wife and mother at home, as well as in your business. That requires balance. Hi, Kayla. This might be for you. And all of us. There are some great illustrations in the Bible of the need for balance. Remember the story of Moses in Exodus 18? He was sitting as usual to hear and judge the people's complaints about each other. They were lined up from morning to evening. Jethro, his father-in-law, asked him why he was doing that all by himself. Moses replied that he was the only one who could do the job. Have you ever been there? No. Jethro said, "This is not good. You're going to wear yourself out and the people too. This job is too heavy a burden for you to handle all by yourself." Moses may not have liked hearing that, but Jethro was wise. He went on, "It is too much for you to do alone. My advice is to find others to help you to serve the people. The really important jobs can be handled by you alone." Moses' life was out of balance. His work consumed all of his time, and he was pretty defensive about it. Call on me all the time. They need me. He was trying to justify his out of balance life, but his father-in-law wasn't buying it. Jethro said in so many words, "Call for help." That was the only way Moses would be there for the long haul. What about me? Do you want to be part of Premier Designs for the long haul? If so, then balance is so important. We need balance between family and work. Our Premier marriages. I don't know if y'all need to hit mute. That's fine. Our Premier business can't be allowed to destroy our marriages or our family. Some of you might say, "Well, my kids are little now. It will get easier when they're teenagers." Wrong. Teenagers are the hardest age group to parent. Take it from one who's in the throes of it. You can put a little one in timeout. You can put them down for a nap. I'm so mentally exhausted with my teenagers. It's not even funny. Wrong. There's never an age while your children are at home that they don't need their parents. For those of you who do have children in the home, I'd like to suggest some ideas to get you thinking about the problem of balance. You husbands and wives can get together and discuss it and come up with ideas of your own. So number 1. Uh-oh. Hey, Brigitte, hang on. Oh, what happened here?
Oh, sorry.
That's okay.
Did that go over you? Sorry about that.
Okay. Number 1, the office is not open during mealtime. No telephone calls or emails or texts or instant messaging or Facebook Live or I've added those last ones. You may tell your downline that there will be times you're offline and that you will get back to them as soon as you're able. I think it's rude to be talking on the phone or checking messages during mealtime. Not only are we setting poor examples of balanced lives to our downline, but we are saying to our spouses and children that they don't have our full attention. For me, the same courtesy should be paid to your children when they get home from school. Give them some of your undivided attention and time. Something I do with my new jewelers when I first sponsor them, I say, "You can never call me at a bad time," because I won't answer the phone at a bad time. So they can feel confident right there from the get-go. And in this day and age, people barely call anymore. I don't know what it is about talking on the phone. We're getting so lame about it. But even with the texting, don't feel like you need to respond right away. We have a rule in our house: if your phone comes to the table, you've just lost it. There's no phones at the table. For 10 minutes, we can look each other in the eye and spend some time together. So that's how the Ross family does it. Number 2, this sounds like a great idea, especially if your kids are feeling like, where do I fit into mommy's life? Have a calendar book just for your children. You can get those little ones at the dollar store so they feel like they have a calendar too. Be creative and let them help you make their own date book. Put in a very special place that they choose for themselves. Then you and your children together put in the dates for their activities that you will attend. Be sure to keep close tabs on this calendar and be available for those special events. Who knows, as they get older, maybe they'll become jewelers in training, and they'll be part of both of your families. I'll be super honest, I do not make it to everything. It is a sacrifice that as a family we've been willing to make, because it was either mommy's gone all day, every day at an office job, or mommy's going to miss something so that she can be there for the majority of things. Obviously, you get to decide what that looks like for yourself. Number 3, make it a priority to be available to your husband. Make a date night or a date breakfast. Get that on the calendar at least every month, y'all. And I know, I just talked to a couple in our small group. They just left. They went away for a weekend the first time since they've had children. And their oldest is 6. I was dumbfounded and said, God, thank you for Premier. Thank you that I get the excuse to take my husband on a nearly free trip or to rally or whatnot. Oh my goodness. I felt so bad for them. Considering hiring help in your home. Most of you need to hear this. Hire help in your home. Having someone to do a few household chores will free you up to do those things only you can do. You're the only one who can read a bedtime story at night and make it count and make it matter. Someone else can clean your toilet. And here's the beauty, you're giving that person a job as well. Look at it as part of ministry, that you're helping this person provide for their family. If it means you need to do another party a month, do another party a month. That's furthering your business. It's exposing you to more people. I would rather do a show than clean my toilet. I have a bunch of boys. You've got to realize you are not Superwoman. By paying attention to the balance in your life and being disciplined about maintaining that balance, you can be a super mom, you can be a super wife, and you can be a super jeweler. We want you around for the long haul. And again, this is from the Designer Leadership Conference in 2007. Ladies, it is very, thinking in your life, what are the big rocks that go into my calendar first? And even as you're looking at 2017, I already put the monthly training dates in my calendar for 2017. I already put our monthly planning meeting in my calendar for 2017. I put our Tahoe retreat, which I'm going to announce to you. Get it all on your calendars. So those are the rallies in there, of course, of the designer trip. That is a big rock. That's where you're going to be around people. You become like the people you spend time with. So if you want to take this business to the next level, putting yourself in situations where you're going to spend time with people like that is going to be critical. So making that a big rock, making that a commitment to make that happen in your life. And then you're going to be amazed at the other stuff that falls in. So date night with your husband. Once a month, once a week, you get to decide how often. And those big rocks, church every Sunday morning, small group every Sunday afternoon, Bible study on Thursday afternoon. Those are big rocks in my life. And everything else filters in, and it's amazing how it all gets done and it all happens. Anyway, so that said, and I think where you're at with that designer level, it can be very overwhelming because you're still trying to run hard on your personal shows. You're still running at the 6 to 8 a month at your personal shows. You're trying to help your people as well. So praying that God gives you wisdom and discernment. Who are the girls that you should be pouring your time into? Even Andy Warner says spend 80% of your time with 20% of your people, right? So if you have 5 people, that's 1. If you have 10 people, that's 2. Who are the ones that you really tuck in? One of the reasons we do a monthly training is right there. That tells us who wants our time. It's a consistent night. It's on these girls' calendar. If they make excuses and don't come, right there she said, it's not important to me, and your time is not important to me, Jill. So do I stand on my head trying to engage her? Well, what if I did this? What if I met you for coffee? What if I went here? What if I went there? No. And that's part of putting the face mask on yourself first. And I need to be running this business at a level to provide for my family, and I can't constantly my bus and park, begging me to get on it. Meanwhile, there's somebody sitting in the front row that you're going to miss her because you got your bus and park. Anyway, so a little bit of my soapbox for that. So did you all get to see, I added you to the future designer Zoom group, and we met last Wednesday night.
Yes.
I'm going to put us back on. Hang on. Did you guys get a chance to watch that video?
Yes, I watched part of it.
So know that that's what your girls are hearing and coming in alongside them. I think right there, and I made it intense from the get-go on purpose. They look at you guys, oh, look at it, they make designer look so easy. And they don't see, that it's hard work. And kind of from the get-go, if you're not, this is hard work and let's make it happen. Yet I didn't think it was utterly overwhelming. Have you guys gotten any feedback from it?
Yeah, one of my girls already texted me some of your homework and was writing me stuff, so it was awesome.
Good. So she's excited?
Yeah, she just gave me some specific prayer requests, which was awesome because the last time we met and talked with our little training was finding things to be specifically praying for. So it was cool to have some things. Yeah, and I liked what you were saying, because a couple of my girls who they look at me and they're like, I can't be a designer, that's 7 girls, and you talked about that exactly in there. Well, no, do you have the desire to want to grow your team? You're going to just one step at a time, and so this is just kind of baby steps along for them. So I'm excited for
Good deal. And keep with that too. I think liken it to weight loss. Let's say you need to lose 70 pounds. That would be utterly overwhelming.
Yeah.
But how about if we just focus on 5? Could we lose 5 pounds? Could we just make some simple little changes? And I think that's a big piece of this becoming a designer is let's make sure we've got the right elements to our home show, that we're working smarter and not harder. That's how we're getting the information out about Premiere, making sure we're sharing with our hostesses that the opportunity of Premiere right there. And these dogs are killing me. I'm sorry. I'm back. So working with them on that and keep fanning that flame, encouraging them, and they're going to hit roadblocks. In fact, that's what I'm going to talk to them about this week is, you're going to have stumbling blocks, and that's okay. What does a successful person do? And look at all of us. It doesn't mean we've never hit a roadblock. It just means we've gotten up. Success is not the absence of failure. That's what I keep trying to say. So, what has y'all excited? Amanda, go ahead.
We had our first team night last night, and kind of along the lines of what you've been talking about, I've been really struggling with that balance of investing in my girls and my own business. So providing them opportunities and times to be able to connect with them and whatnot, and then whoever shows up to those and is eager are the ones to invest. So Caitlin came up and we did a team night with my girls, and it was really nice because I got to find out, what are some specific things that they're really excited about, has them pumped, and what are some things that they would need my help in. And then we got slots of my time throughout the week so I can do weekly phone calls with them. So I'm really excited to be feeling like I'm actually intentional with the girls and know which ones really are eager and want my time. So yeah, it was fun.
Fantastic. Did you go out to dinner? What did that look like?
I invited them over to my house and I was going to cook them food, and we just wanted to keep it really not like a planned out training and whatnot, just get together. We played a couple games, of course. And yeah, got to know each other a little bit because a lot of them didn't know we hadn't met each other and whatnot. So yeah, and it was great because I had one girl that hasn't even done anything for a couple of months and came and totally surprised me, and I was like, okay, she wants my time, she wants to be doing something, and so it was great. Yeah.
Game on, girl. I love it. Well, how about you, Kayla? Do you have any, let me go ahead.
I'm really excited about this whole style thing going on. I did my first one last night. It was a small party. There was only 3 of them, but it was so much fun, and the host rebooked and the other 2 booked a party.
What?
Yeah, so it was really fun.
Fantastic, Kayla. Well, I think the biggest piece that we're going to have to break down for these girls is the ones who don't, like, I mean, I couldn't even teach people how to wear jewelry, much less teach people style. Like, I think if I'd have had to learn that from the get-go, I think we need to work on, and this is note to myself here, is how do these brand new jewelers who already don't feel stylish, and now they're trying to deal with the jewelry, how do we teach them from the get-go? And I was talking with a gal who's been in Premier 7 years, and she was freaking out about the style thing. She's like, how am I going to teach people style? I said, well, let's pick your 5 looks. Let's break it down. What do you already have in your closet? I don't have any of it. Maybe it's time to go shopping. Oh my goodness, you guys, which is, I mean, this is the industry that we're in, and maybe don't buy so much jewelry. That's kind of where I'm coming to as well. Don't buy so much jewelry. I'm super psyched. I'm going to do my first ever Facebook Live sample sale. I'm like, I got a ton of jewelry sitting in there.
Right.
I need money for the Christmas line. I haven't bought my Christmas line yet. Cars keep breaking down. Now my dishwasher, we're sitting watching Sunday Night Football. I'm like, what is that burning smell? Oh, it's my dishwasher. I'm like,
Jill, I just did a live flash sale last Friday after Jennifer Bulmer had posted something about that.
Yes.
Yeah, I had a show cancel last week, and I was like pouting about it. My husband's like, why don't you do a flash sale? You've been talking about doing that anyways. And I was like, I just heard about doing one live. I should try that. It was so awesome.
So how do y'all do that? Just show the jewelry that you're wearing, or?
I had a tray of jewelry that hasn't been doing anything in my shows. Nobody's trying it on. I don't know. I just didn't really need it anymore. And just did little, like, my mannequin there and showed it off. And somebody would comment if they wanted it. And it was insane.
Brilliant idea.
It was great.
Any lessons learned you can give us, tips and tricks?
Keep it really short. It was hard because there's a delay in the comments. So somebody would post mine and I'd be waiting or something. So just keep it going fast.
I was almost thinking about doing, because I'm going to post the video on my page, so if people couldn't be there and make it. So I was kind of thinking about doing, hey, here's all my silver looks. So if the girls were just interested in silver, they could just watch my silver video.
Good one.
And then anything that hadn't been spoken for, or if they're just a gold girl or just a...
And the other thing too is when they say mine, say the name of the piece, because then that keeps the clarity of what piece they want.
Okay.
Mine and what piece? Fan?
Mm-hmm.
Have either of you tried an auction?
I haven't.
I've heard that the auctions are really successful too. I want to do that.
Okay. I think mine is with so many time zones that I'm covering. For me, I'm trying to make it.
Yeah.
The fan.
What would you put like a starting bid at?
So approximately 60% of retail. So you're still making 10% even if nobody else bids. And then just kind of increase it, by 5% or whatever.
Okay. So almost like you just do it one piece at a time, or you post it on your group and then people comment as the bid goes up?
Yes.
Oh, cool. Great.
Yeah,
great.
I want to try that.
Fantastic. Well, Brigitte, what's got you excited?
The designer trip.
The designer
Tuesday.
trip. I don't. Your internet must be. It's kind of.
Oh. Let's see if I can get it better. Okay. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Kind of. Okay. Yeah, the designer trip to San Diego. My husband, we really need something to look forward to that's fun, because we need to work to afford our new house. We need to work a lot, and it's nice when you guys offer contests, something that I need to do anyway, like to have my 5 shows a month or my 6 or whatever, and then to be rewarded with a reduction in price for the designer trip is awesome. So
great. Hey, that reminds me too, are you making a giant deal of the Beat Your Best promotion with your people?
Yeah.
So that is the win-win. Anytime Premier is running a contest, we're shooting ourselves in the foot to not jump on that. So make sure, go in, you can run your numbers from your team from last October, find out where they were at. Of course, if they're new jewelers, if they even sell $500, they're going to make $50 in jewelry. So be reaching out to them, cheering them on, giving them ideas, whatnot.
Cool.
Yeah, I'm really promoting that because most of my team is all new. And I told them, it's like, what do you got to lose? It's $500. It's one party. You're going to get $50 in free jewelry, plus you're making $250 that month.
Right. And if it's your personal show, duh.
Right.
Oh my goodness. Something else that I'm changing, and then Crystal, I'll let you chime in on what's got you excited, is I am kind of doing a little shift here. And I feel like for the longest time, I have been so worried about not including everyone that I have not painted the picture of what Premier could be like for maybe the select few, but giving that option of, hey, and we're going to train on it this month, Kayla. Here's what we're training on. We're training on the 3 different levels of Premier. Do you want to be, do you want to have life enriching, where you're doing 1 to 3 parties a month? It's changing your life. You're looking cute. You're helping other people look cute. Maybe it's just your ministry, get you out of the house a couple nights a month. Or do you want to have life impacting, where you're doing 4 to 5 shows a month? You're making about $1,000 a month just from your personal income. If you happen to sponsor, you sponsor. But hey, life impacting, what would that look like? $12,000 a year. I mean, that's a sweet vacation, unless you're going crazy with it. A pretty decent vacation. Or do you want life-changing income? Do you want a 6-figure income in Premier? And let me show you how to do that. Now, it is going to be, it's up to you how fast you want to do it. There's gals that, Kathy Fall, 2.5 years to senior leader, 100 people on her team. That's 6-figure income people. So it's how fast you want to do it, with what are you willing to not do for a while, so that you can do it all in the long run. And I think there's a piece of that I have not been as forthright as I should. I mean, what would a $10,000 commission check every month do for your family? Ladies, that's where Matt and I are at. And that's where Matt and I have been at for the last 10 years. It took us 8 years to get to a $10,000 a month commission check. Now, in the 8 years, we moved 4 times. We had 4 babies. We adopted. We did all this other stuff as well. So we still had life going on, yet we were ridiculously consistent. We were constantly sponsoring. That said, I've made Designer Circle, I think, only 3 times. So only 3 times have I sponsored 7 people, but I've always been sponsoring. I was just talking to a gal earlier today who she's full-time caregiver for her mom. And her mom, Carol Lester, Kayla, you know her. She's not on our Premier family. Her mom slipped and fell. They were in the ambulance racing to the ER. She's like, Jill, I'm so frustrated with my sponsoring anyway, and I haven't found anyone who wants to work it. And I'm just gonna pull back. This isn't the season for me. I said, Crystal, you're doing the shows anyway. Your host is coaching anyway. Why would you give up on being intentional and being passionate about sponsoring? You certainly don't have to do OPs every week, at Starbucks being stressed, trying to get people there, but work it right in alongside your other life. Why allow yourself to flip that switch and give yourself the excuse, if you will, of, oh, this is a season of my life. It would be too hard for me to sponsor. I said, here's the problem. You sponsor these girls, and then you try to come in and be everything for them versus saying, hey, jump in the front seat of my bus. We're going somewhere. You don't stop and pick her up for training. There, the bus analogy breaks down right there. She's going to get herself to training. She's going to get herself to jewel school because you've told her, and you ask her when you sponsor her, and this is the other thing that I haven't been doing, is saying, do you want life enriching opportunities with Premier? Do you want life impacting, or do you want life changing? And from the get-go, before she's even done one party, and she's, Jill, I want to replace a full-time income with Premier. All right, here's how we're going to do it a little bit different. Oh, here's jewel school if you can make it. No, get your butt to jewel school. I don't care if it's a 45-minute drive. You want life-changing income? What are you willing to do to make that happen? And not being this wimpy coach, y'all. And that's where Jill Ross 2.0, and it's just been very slow coming and getting here. Thank you for cheering me on, Crystal, and for fanning that flame. And then Crystal Langan, to give some props out here, she's been sitting in the front seat of the bus saying, I want to go. When are we going to go? And Jill Ross has been, I've got a couple more people that want to get on. Just hang on. No, I'll come back around for them. Maybe. And that is, it's tough. And like I said, even Andy Horner said, spend 80% of your time with 20% of your people and helping identify those 20%. And all right, I don't know what got me started on that. Crystal, what's got you excited?
Hi. I'm sorry I joined late.
No, girl, we'll take you anyway.
Okay. I think that I am going to answer this question correctly, but I'm really excited about my avatar. So I am very into direct marketing. And so a couple months ago, I created an avatar. She's a school teacher, or she was a school teacher, but now she's a stay-at-home mommy. And she's got 3 kids, just like me. And she is ready to look better, get herself back, and use those skill sets that she had before she had kids. She's ready to use them again. And guess what? I got her a couple months ago, like pretty much 2 weeks after I drew her out. I sponsored her.
Okay, so stop.
Yes.
What is an avatar? You're going to have to.
Okay, so an avatar is your perfect jeweler. So who would your perfect jeweler be? What is her name? My girl's name is Stephanie. Stephanie has brown hair like me. And like I said, she used to be a teacher and she's got 3. So you're designing your perfect jeweler, right? And typically your avatar is a younger version of yourself. I was never a teacher, but I just chose teacher because I know that teachers make successful jewelers. Mm-hmm. So I went with that. If I were to pick my perfect avatar, she'd be a recruiter like I was before. But usually your avatar is a earlier version of yourself somehow. And you just design her from top to bottom, personality, everything. And I wanted her to be empowered, and I wanted her to want to come to trainings, and I wanted her to want to sponsor and like be obsessed with the jewelry like me, all of that. So I sponsored her about 2 weeks after I created her. Yep. And then guess what? She sponsored a little baby avatar of her own. So she sponsored me, another one of my, so I've got these 2 avatars now, and I'm freaking out. And I'm loving it. And what I'm doing for them now is I'm helping them create their avatars. So these 2 girls are best friends. And I'm like, that's probably your avatar. Like, you probably want to sponsor someone who is like super close with her bestie. They do everything together. They're so cute. They're like, you know, just besties. And if you do that, guess what? She's going to sponsor her bestie because that's what they do, right? So I'm helping them develop their little avatar right now. I'm really excited about that whole process. So coupled with that, I went to a really awesome training that talked about a 1-page business plan. And so that's the second part. So once we design their avatar, we're going to do a Zoom call in the next couple of days and like really talk about this concept. And then we're going to do a 1-page, because I've done business plans before and they're like 30 pages and they're like so overwhelming. And someone said that there was a 1-page business plan. And I was like, whoa, I can do that. I can do that once a month. So that's the second piece that I'm really excited about right now.
Oh my God. So tell me what a 1-page business plan.
Okay. So it's like a chart and it's got like, and I'm still working on like what it's going to look like, but it's got like four boxes on, so 8 boxes maybe. Mm-hmm. And each box has a category, and like the top box might be your vision statement. And it's literally like 1 sentence, maybe 2. And the next box is like a more elaborated vision statement. So it's like maybe 3 bullet points with a little bit more detail. And then the next box are your top 3 strongest attributes, your strongest skill sets. What are those top 3? And then the other one is, what are your worst 3, or the 3 things that you need to work on? And then like, what are your like tangible income goals? And then just something like that. I forget what all the boxes are, but it's basically like something that you should be able to finish in like 30 minutes to an hour. And the point of it is, if you could spend a month long making that 30-page business plan, but guess what? Life is still going to happen. So you design this beautiful business plan and it doesn't happen anyways, right? So you might as well just get some like laser focus, look at the high level stuff you want to achieve, put it down on that paper and do it, because life is going to happen and that's not going to happen anyways, but at least you have a little 1-page roadmap for yourself. So I'm just like so inspired by this workshop that I just took where he did this, and we walked out of the workshop and I had a 1-page business plan, and I was like, I want to go do another one like immediately.
So you come up with a new 1-page business plan every month, or is this?
It's like a 6-month.
Oh, this is like a 6-month.
It's like a 6-month thing. So you don't have to do it every month. But you know, every 6 months is good to revisit it.
Love it.
And it's taking those goal sets to like the next level and putting it big picture in it. And if you have your avatar, you can write your vision statement for her, right? I want my team to be fun and empowered. Right? So when I'm writing a Facebook post, is that Facebook post talking to her? Because those are the people I want to attract. Those are the people that I want at my show. Am I designing an invitation that's going to attract those people so that I can make them into my hostess and then my jeweler ultimately, right? And it's not about leaving other people. I mean, you are leaving other people to the sidelines, but you're not if you're attracting the people you want to attract by being purposeful. So I'm just so excited about that.
This is brilliant. And you think about it, in any other business, you have to have a business plan. No bank is going to give you a loan without a business plan. No one would invest $100,000 in a business without a business plan. Yet we take Premier, oh, it's only $1,000, so we don't need to do that. Well, this is incredibly brilliant. I pray you'd be willing to share it with us. I love even that exactly. What are you wanting to attract? What kind of jewelers do you want on your team? That is a great filter of, before you post anything on Facebook, what is this exactly? What is this going to attract the kind of people that I want to be surrounded by when we're writing those posts to our team on Facebook as well? I mean, even thinking, the avatar, what kind of customer do you want at your show?
Yeah, you can have multiple avatars, a customer avatar, a hostess avatar, and a jeweler avatar. And have all 3.
Intentional with that and knowing that, that's what we're looking for.
Because you want a customer avatar too, because you're not going to sponsor everyone. So you want that girl that's going to show up to every jewelry show and spend like $500, right? That's like an awesome customer. And maybe she'll become a jeweler one day, or maybe not. She'll just be a customer. We need them. Right?
She's a professional girl that has money to spend and a place to wear great jewelry. She loves being hip, fashionable. She's probably in her mid-40s.
Yep, there you go. Exactly. She has a jewelry show for you once a year, and she's excited. She's your January jewelry show girl, right?
Oh my goodness, you guys. Well, it's called the law of attraction, and very much so, being very intentional with that. And that, we started this call, Crystal, with balance. We were talking about balance at the beginning of this call, and I think there's a big piece of that, of the intentionality of it. We have to be very intentional to be balanced. We need to be we're investing. How are we investing the little bit of time that we have for our business, and what are we doing with that? What kind of return are we getting on our investment? I think that's where a lot of designers get frustrated, because they feel like they're not getting the return that they need for maybe even what they think is the amount of time they're investing. So do y'all have office hours? Do you have time set aside for your business? Or are you just trying to work this business into the nooks and crannies of your life and you're frustrated? And if you want big rock income, Premier needs to be a big rock in your life. a big rock in your calendar. Or if, you know what, I've sat down and it's okay to be very intentional with it and saying, you know what, at this season of my life, I don't have room for Premier to be a big rock. Premier is going to be a middle-sized rock, and I'm going to be patient, and I'm going to be okay with the growth of my business. Don't be frustrated. And what that helps you do is put blinders on when you're reading the update and you see this road to senior leader, the last 3 years, oh my gosh, it's been so great. And you think, well, why isn't that me? Well, sweetheart, you made it. I hope you made it either intentional or unintentional choice in not making it a giant rock in your business. Every single one of you could be at a senior leader in 3 years, without a doubt. Without a doubt. I know all 4 of you very, very well. I know the rest of y'all that I hope are watching this call, and you have the skills. Skills plus time equals senior leader. So I'm going to let y'all go because I really want to keep these calls to 30 minutes, so you want to keep coming back. But I hope you feel like this has gotten something. Thank you guys for being willing to be on the live call and sharing. We absolutely are better when we link arms and run this race together and share together. No, tomorrow night I am meeting with your future designers again at 9 p.m. So call and encourage these girls that are on that group. I haven't heard a lot of feedback from people as far as homework. In fact, I've heard from 2 out of like the 45. So get in with your girls, just like you fan when Premier does a contest, you fan that with your team. Matt and Jill are investing time. Them getting a little message from you is going to go a long ways. Hey, how are you coming with that homework? Because one of their homeworks was to meet with y'all before Wednesday night. So if you haven't met with every single person that signed up for that, she's not going to complete her homework this week. So right
Do you have homework? Do you have homework for us, Jill?
No.
Okay.
Unless you want it.
Make it as I do. I need homework.
You don't tell me what to do. Okay, here's what I'm telling you what to do. I want you to sit down and design the kind of team you want to have. Crystal, I love that. What kind of girls do you want on your team? Oh my goodness. And you're right. If you want, I've always said in the past, you want to sponsor yourself. And if you don't want to sponsor yourself, why not? Because you don't like you. Then what do we need to change so that you want to sponsor yourself? I love that. And a one-page business plan. Why are you here? Why are you doing what you're doing? What are your steps to take? Where do you want to be in 6 months? Where do you want to be? Come regional rally. What do you want to walk the stage for at regional rally? That was a great one for your team as well. Hello, I mean, recognition, it's free. They can't buy it anywhere. What can these girls, getting these new girls walking that stage at rally, getting them excited about that, using it as a way to set goals in their business for that. So there's a little bit of homework for you, Brigitte, and contacting all those girls that are in that designer focus group, making sure that you keep them excited, encouraging them along with that. And if you don't have gals that are signed up in that designer focus group, you need to sponsor some who want that. And being intentional with your sponsoring, intentional with how you're sharing Premier and who you're sharing Premier with. And to not, I think one of the biggest mistakes designers make is I'm a designer, now I'm going to take care of my people. The best thing you can do for your people is sign up 7 more people. The best thing you can do for them is how quickly can you sign up 7 more? Odds are not a single one of those 7 will be on your team when you make 1 diamond. It is the rare, rare, rare exception that one of those. I was one of Hope's first 7. Crystal, were you one of Mindy's first 7?
I think I was number 9.
Number 9. How about that? How about you, Amanda? Do you know?
I was number 5 for Caitlin.
Number 5. Kayla, I think you were number like 85.
Top 100.
How about you, Brigitte? Do you know what number you were for Michelle?
Oh my. I must have been down there because I was with her already when she made designer.
Okay, so you wanted one of her original 7.
I
It
think
took a couple
so.
years to make designer, though.
It did. It took her like 5 years.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
So
maybe I wasn't one of 7. That's a good question. I'll ask her.
Why? Because you guys don't, I mean, you just see your Premier mom, and that, I think, is a big breakdown for me is, oh, you're an executive director. Like, I was a jeweler once. I was a jeweler once, and I was a designer once, and I had to walk all those steps y'all had to walk. And you look at your premier moms, and you don't think of her as a jeweler. You think of her as whatever she was when you came in. So anyway, you guys are amazing. Let's make sure we've got on our calendar for October 25th at 2 o'clock. I'll be excited. You've got 2 weeks, girls, to come have some awesome stuff to report. That's your homework, Brigitte. Come with some amazing stuff. What is God doing in your business? What do you have that's got you on fire and you cannot wait to share? You're like, please do a sooner call, Jill, because I can't wait. That's the anticipation I want.
Okay.
Thank you, Jill.
All right. You guys are awesome. Enjoy your day. I love you.
Love you.
Bye.
Thanks. Love you too.